Plaintiff Barbara Acapole says the defendant is her grandson, and he not only keeps company with people who use heroin and meth, but he uses marijuana and pills. Barbara claims the defendant has been arrested 3 times since the age of 14. And she's suing him for stolen property, a bail bond, and drug classes. Defendant Corey Delph admits that he's had issues with drugs, but insists he's currently in a rehabilitation program that he entered voluntarily. Corey says after he was arrested at age 16, he was kicked out of school, and he insists he felt forced to enter this agreement with Barbara.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I love my grandson very much, but I feel that his life is spiraling out of control. He runs around with people that does heroin, meth. I know he does marijuana. I know he takes pills. He admits to the pills. Well, he took 7 Percocet last week.
That's a precursor to heroin, if not a heroin substitute.
And he's been arrested 3 times since he was 14.
For what?
Well, 2 times for meth. The last time was for drinking, minor possession, and I guess contributed to a minor.
Twice for meth, though?
You said meth, it was marijuana.
Marijuana.
There's a big difference,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's why I had to interrupt. I was like, hold
You
up.
got the man on heroin, Percocet, and now we hear it's marijuana.
He could be, for all I know.
Where do you get the information that he was on Percocet last week?
He told me.
Okay. Why?
Why did I tell her?
Why did you take Percocet?
It's just been, I've been in a rough stage the past couple weeks, and
For
it
what?
was offered. It was offered, and I took them.
What rough stage?
I'm going through a drug rehabilitation right now, like IOP, which is drug and alcohol classes, all of them.
How long you been doing that?
Like 6 weeks, I believe.
Okay.
Maybe a little less, maybe
Who
a little more.
encouraged you to go?
My probation officer. But like I didn't have a problem going anyways, you know, like trying to get help.
Okay, good. That's good to hear. And obviously what you're saying is that you had a little relapse.
That's correct.
Okay. Does it sound like he's telling the truth?
Yeah, he's had a relapse.
No, about getting treatment.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he has to go to drug and alcohol classes. I take him there.
And do you think he's committed to it, or he's just doing
No.
it for the court order?
I think it's because court order.
Why? What makes you think that?
Because he wouldn't go otherwise.
How do you know?
Because he's going to go to jail if he doesn't.
I know, but some things are eye-openers. You got me? Sometimes when you get in trouble, you say, okay, I think it's time to change. Why don't you think he wants to change?
Because he doesn't care about himself.
All right, young man, do you go to NA classes or anything?
I was while I was in IOP.
Why don't you anymore?
Just I haven't had transportation there.
You got transportation to go to
I haven't
the
been
other?
staying with her for a while, so like I haven't had transportation.
So you sit at home all day?
No, not even at home. Just,
Where do you sit?
I don't have a home, you know what I mean? Like
Where do you
I
sit
go to a
then?
buddy's, or I either go to a buddy's or my father's, or
How do you get there?
walk.
All right, and there's an NA meeting, I assure you,
Not
within walking distance.
not where we-
There's
not where
NA
we live.
meetings everywhere. There's NA meetings in churches, there's NA meetings in community centers.
Your Honor, I know there's one a week in where I live at.
Right.
But I have to have many of them done to complete the IOP class,
I
and I
understand,
can't.
but you don't even go to that one.
That's correct. I didn't.
Right, so don't act like you're trying. I'm with her now. We got through that con real quick. You're doing it to keep from going to jail. I'm with you. All right, ma'am. So I see what you're dealing with, and you know, all you can do is pray that he does make a real commitment to go and sue him when he owes you money. That also helps a little tough love. So anything else you want me to know about you? Did you finish high school?
I did not, sir.
Why?
I got arrested at age 16.
So did I. Go ahead.
They expelled me.
So was I.
And I just never returned. Like,
Why?
I just didn't. Getting high was funner.
Okay, there you go. Getting high was fun. At least you're telling the truth. You wanted to keep getting high, period. And you didn't want to go to school. All right. How do you intend to take care of yourself in the future? When are you going to stop walking from friend to friend's house?
When I get done with this drug addiction, you know, like I gotta beat the drug addiction, and then I work hard for myself to be able to accomplish them things.
Do you have a plan?
I wouldn't say a good plan. No,
A
not.
bad plan. What's your bad plan? So
Like,
you don't
I'm not
have a
even saying
good
it's
plan.
bad.
Huh?
I'm not even saying it's a bad plan.
Do you have a plan?
No.
Come up with a plan. And I would suggest the first thing is a GED. And then perhaps you can see if you're academically inclined for college. If not, go to a trade school or go to a community college which may have a trade school. And then try and work at night wherever you can. Fast food restaurants are typically hiring in most instances. And if you have to work 2 of those and then go to school as well, then do so. All right? You need a plan, though. If you don't get a plan, you're going to end up right back on the streets getting high. All right, let's get to him owing you, ma'am. How does he owe you? $22.80.
Well, he has stolen from us. He stole the knives. He stole
When?
it. I don't know because my husband noticed it was disappeared out of his collection.
Okay.
He stole an antique gun that I had that was in his mother's family. He has stolen money, change from home, from the business my husband runs. I paid $1,505 to get him out of jail on June the 28th, and for gas money for running back to classes because I did take him to AA meetings in Seymour before he went to his drug and alcohol classes and probation.
All right, and he says today he doesn't go because he doesn't have transportation, even though it's not far, and they've told him where to go, and he walks everywhere else. I bet you walk when you want to get them drugs. You walk when you want to hang out with them dope fiends. Did you know he was a dope fiend in high school?
Well, he got arrested at school for smoking pot.
I'm talking about hard drugs.
I believe he is because, like I said, he's
How long you been a dope fiend on hard drugs? Sir?
I'm like 17, started doing pills, but the other drugs, the heroin, the meth, really never messed with.
Okay.
Like, so I wouldn't consider myself a dope fiend.
Percocets?
Yeah.
You're a dope fiend.
All right.
You're a dope fiend.
All right.
That's a heroin precursor or a heroin substitute. That's exactly what you are. All right. What's your defense to the $22.80?
Your Honor, she did bail me out of jail, but I've never stole from this lady. The gas
She bailed
money,
you out of jail. How much did she pay?
$1,500.
Did you agree to repay her?
I did once I got out of jail.
You're out now?
Yeah.
I have a
What about the repayment?
Like she told me when I got out of jail, like I didn't know all them things were going to be on there. I knew the jail was
On what?
I knew the bond was going to be on there, but the repayment for the gun and
It's on something, you have a document?
yes, where he signed it for
You
everything that
signed
he's
the
taken.
document agreeing to
yes,
pay?
this was after I was out of jail. She told me that if I didn't, I couldn't stay at the house.
Whether you stay with her or not had nothing to do with you signing the agreement because you don't live there anyway.
Your Honor.
You stay here and there anyway.
Your Honor, I was living with her at the time.
Okay, and so you say the only reason you signed this was to be able to stay there.
That's correct, Your Honor.
But you're not.
I didn't have plans on leaving. Like I was trying to, like once I got out of jail, I did have plans to like better myself, but then I got back into the
All
drugs.
right, sir, you're giving me dope fiend stories.
I don't.
And I wish you good luck in your recovery. And the reason I call people dope fiends is when they don't seem committed to recovery. When you're committed to recovery, I call you a drug addict in recovery. But you don't sound like you're in recovery. Sounds like just like Grandma says, you're just doing what you have to do to stay out of jail. You're complaining about how you can't even get around the corner to an NA class, and yet you can walk everywhere else. Judgment for the plaintiff. He signed this document agreeing to pay, and hopefully you will develop a plan. You say you don't have a plan after you recover from your addiction, but hopefully you will. Good luck to you. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
You couldn't even wait around.
You gotta get that Percocet, Doc.
I still love my grandson, and I want him to get help because he's young and there's still time to turn him around.
I still can, like, I love her, as she said, but, like, I consider it just to be a grandmother and grandson relationship.